Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nicole's Route. In my next step as a villainess, all roots lead to doom. We're going to be starting chapter 4, Mixed Feelings. They are still trapped in the staff break room, and Rosie is the one that trapped him in there. So that's where we're starting out now. I am very much looking forward to where this route takes us. Especially since I know what the next memory scenario is called. Ooh. Where am I? I don't recognize that voice. Whose voice is this? I don't know, but it sounds so sad.
どうしたんですか? 大丈夫ですか?
I speak into the darkness, but there is no response.
会いたい.
The voice continues on, heedless of my question. I start to grow uneasy, and then...
会いたい.
Oh no, there's two of them now. What? The young girl's overlapping voices give me goosebumps, then...
Catarina, 大丈夫か?
Someone shakes my shoulder and I wake. That is when I realize it was just a dream. Nicole's face is a relieving sight.
よかった。目を覚ましたか。うなされているようだったので起こしたか。
ニコル様、ありがとうございます。
I wiped the sweat from my forehead with the back of my hand and stood up. Huh, where are we again? I think... Right, we're trapped in the staff break room on the vinculum. I remember everything up to eating all the biscuits. I guess I fell asleep.
すみません、ニコル様。寝てしまって。あれからどれくらい経ちました？
そうだな。窓がないから昼夜の感覚がつかめないのだが、時計を確認する限り、
They've been in there a
今
long
も
time.
夜だと思う。
そんなに私寝てたんですか？
カタリナが眠ったのはかなり遅い時間だったからな。それに疲れもあったのだろう。
Even so, I can't believe I slept that long. I know it was late at night, but how could I just not wake up and sleep through the whole day? We've been attacked by pirates and trapped in here, and yet I still sleep that deeply.
ニコル様は眠れましたか？
He's probably... he probably wouldn't, just so he can keep track of you.
大丈夫だ。
Not keep track, but keep watch over you. Despite what he says, Nicole looks a little fatigued. It seems he hasn't rested much. But for now, oversleeping has made me hungry.
じゃあ、ご飯を食べましょう。いざって時に動けないと困りますからね。
そうだな。昨日と変わらずビスケットと缶詰しかないが。
Yesterday. Did she sleep a whole night and day? Wow. I drink water as we talk, and I'm about to bite into a biscuit when something happens. Oh, someone came in. The door opens. Nicole jumps to his feet, standing between it and me. The person who walks in is...
Rozy!
Of course it's him. I was expecting it to be Silva, but the traitor shows his face again.
カタリナ、前へ出るな。
I know, he's not going to be fooled twice. Without thinking, I nearly run to Rosie, but Nicole stops me glaring at him. Of course, I mean, he locked you in here. Suddenly, I remember Nicole mentioning that Rosie may be working with the pirates.
これから一体どうするつもりだ。
そんなに警戒しないでほしいな。君たちにひどいことをするつもりはないよ。ただ、君たちに勝手にあちこち動き回られると少し困った事態になると思って。なんて、どう言っても説得力なんてないよな。いきなりこんな場所に閉じ込めたりしてごめん。それについては悪かったと思ってるんだ。
Rosie bows low, head hanging. It is clear from his body language that he honestly feels badly. I timidly respond.
ひどいことする気はないってことは、ロジーは海賊の仲間なんかじゃなくて、もしかして 私たちを助けてくれたの？
それは。
No, he probably come to take you to the pirates. Your hesitation has made Nicole alert.
ごめん。そういうわけじゃないんだ。
ってことはやっぱりロジーは海賊だったの？
うん、そうなんだ。
I knew it. No. Rosie is a member of the pirates. I stand there frozen in shock. Someone peers in from behind Rosie.
話が長えよ。
Silva.
シルバー。
My favorite pirate. I recognize him. I saw him yesterday.
ロジーが気にかけているからな。特別待遇だ。ついてこい。
The man called Silva motions down the hall with his chin.
特別待遇。
んな警戒するなって。利用価値のある人間を粗末に扱うわけないだろう。だいたい何かするつもりならとっくにやってる。お前らがこのままここにいたいって言うなら止めはしねえけどな。ま、出といた方がいいと思うぜ。
What do we do? I feel like it's dangerous to follow a pirate, but staying here is a bad idea too. I look over at Nicole. He looks stiff, but after taking a moment to think, he nods.
カタリナ、行こう。
はい。
I have no idea what will happen to us now, so I wrap some biscuits into my handkerchief. After being trapped for a full day, we step out of the room. The bridge hallway is as deserted as before. It is eerily quiet as the four walk. Oh my gosh, this sentence. It is eerily quiet as the four of us walk. That took me like 4 times to say that. Gripped. Gripped. There's so much tension. What's with the music change? It makes sense considering we are being forced around by pirates, but this air is suffocating. She's probably gonna start joking around. I slowly walk up next to Nicole and quietly offer him one of the biscuits in my hand.
ニコル様。これ、1枚どうぞ。
これは
ビスケットです。部屋を出る直前にこそっと拝借しておいたんです。
いつの間に。
Nicole looks shocked when I offer him the biscuit. Seeing his reaction makes me realize how this may seem. Of course, Mother and Keith always say it's rude for a noble to eat while walking. Knowing Nicole, he must be concerned about that as well, but shaking his head softly, he takes the biscuit.
そうだな。こんな時だからな。
Nicole takes an elegant bite of the biscuit. We eat as we walk down the corridor. This is delicious, but I wish I had that jam from yesterday. Eaten plain, the biscuits are dry and flavorless. Despite that, it's still nice. The vinculum's preparation is impressive as ever. What are the pirates going to say when they realize you're just eating food? But this just isn't enough. I should have brought the whole tin. But if I did, the pirates may have noticed. They could have confiscated it, and then we would be without anything to eat. I will just have to endure with what we have. I rub my near-rumbling stomach and look away. My eyes meet Rosie's.
ごめん。
He looks away. He is so quiet, I almost miss what he says.
たくいつまで落ち込んでんだお前は。
そういうわけじゃ。
たくお前はわかりやすすぎるんだよ。
Just poke him. I did. Someone pokes Rosie's side, but the latter just stares at the floor. Our eyes don't meet again. I was just joking. Eventually we arrive at a familiar hallway, but something about it feels different. It is deserted now, but there is something else too. I look around. It seems a bit dimmer. Oh, outside the window. Fog. Yeah, we're already at the island. Stuff's gonna happen.
霧が出てる。
霧？もしかしてここはブラン海域なのか？
Blank sea. Nicole mutters and Silva glances back at him.
へえ、察しがいいな。さすがは優秀な最小の息子様ってとこか？
Sounds like they still know who we are in this one. What's the blank sea again? I feel like I've heard it before. We're gonna do this in every route. I groan, trying to remember, and Silva suddenly stops in front of me.
俺はここで待ってるよ、シルバー。
たく育児ねえな。ここだ、入りな。
Silva scoffs at Rosie, but then turns to us as he opens the door. We're gonna be taken into set, aren't we? Oh, just a random room with our friends. I forgot, the set's not working with them. All the people I wanted to see are gathered behind the door Silva opened.
カタリナ様。
姉さん。
カタリナ様。よかった、ご無事で。
カタリナ、無事でよかったです。
案外元気そうだな。
本当にカタリナ様がいらっしゃらない不安で、昨夜は一睡もできませんでしたわ。ええ、お兄様と一緒だと聞いてはいたのですが、それでもそばにいらっしゃらないのが不安で、ご無事な顔を見られてほっとしました。
Everyone. They were also worried. Meanwhile, I was sleeping like a rock. The guilt is unreal. Just then, everyone looks behind me and tenses. Yeah, I don't know about Rosie yet.
ところで、
Oh,
海
Silva.
賊の狩猟ともあろう人が一体何の用ですか？
たく、お前らが騒ぐから直々にこいつらを連れてきてやったんじゃねえか。
カタリナ様とお兄様には何もなさっていないんですよね。
安心しろ。指一本触れてねえよ。だよな。
ああ、昨夜から閉じ込められていたが、部屋に海賊が入ってくることはなかった。
そうですか。
これで気が済んだだろ。分かったらここでおとなしくしてな。
Shut up and stay put.
扉の外には見張りがついているし、うちの団は荒くれ者ばかりだ。逃げようなんて思うなよ。
We're all ruffians.
そう怖い顔しなさんな。船の中で危害を加える気はねえよ。まあ、お前らがおとなしくしてなきゃわかんねえけどな。
Nicole is writhing. Nicole's huffing out his nose. Silva impresses the threat upon us, hand on the doorknob. On the other side of the doorway, I catch Rosie looking at me as if he wants to say something. Goodbye. Rosie seemed a little down. Ah, maybe the pirates are threatening him, forcing him to comply. No, he seemed pretty close with Silva. It was like they weren't holding back at all. Did I imagine that? Also, he said to your face that he was a pirate. Regardless, I'm just glad to be reunited with everyone.
みんなも無事でよかったわ。まさかパーティーの途中であんなことになるなんて。ってあれ、キス、具合はもう大丈夫なの？
If I remember correctly, Keith wasn't feeling well and was staying in the infirmary. He couldn't attend the party.
もちろん、もう元気だよ。
For now, because the statues are still in this room.
っていう割には結構顔色が悪いように見えるけれど。
大丈夫。酔い止めの薬ももらってきたし。こんな状況で姉さんのそばにいない方が心配だよ。
I'm not the one who needs to be worried over, though.
まあ何にせよ元気そうでよかったな。ちゃんと眠れたか？
ええ、ついさっき起きたばかりだもの。
I just woke up.
よく寝たわ。
この時間まで寝てたんですか？
姉さん大丈夫？自覚がないだけでどこか悪いんじゃ。
平気よ。ちょっと寝すぎただけだもの。
Well, there was that weird dream.
それより状況について聞かせてくれ。この部屋には何人いるんだ？
ここにいるのは僕たちだけですよ。
この部屋には寝室がいくつかあるからな。それぞれの荷物も運び込まれているし。
荷物も？ってことは着替えもあるのかしら？はい、カタリナ様のお荷物も運び込まれてます。
I am saved. This dress is really inconvenient.
じゃあ着替えてきちゃっていいかしら？この服だとご飯がたくさん食べられなくて。
Of course, she thinks about how much she can eat because of how tight her dress is.
そこは動きづらいとかじゃないんだね姉さん。
いや
まあ確かにそれじゃ落ち着かないだろう。着替えてきたらどうだ？
そうだな。悪いが少し失礼する。
Once Nicole and I change into fresh clothes, we all convene to exchange information.
それでパーティー会場に急に海賊が乗り込んできたんです。
僕たち以外の乗客も全員こうして何名かにまとめて客室に軟禁されているようです。
本当に怖かったです。お兄様もカタリナ様もいなかったですし。
そうだったのか。
彼らはバイス海賊団と名乗っていましたわ。
つまりさっきカタリナの後ろにいたあの男が噂の白暗の悪魔ということで間違いはないでしょうね。
バイス海賊団？しかしそれはクイードの商船ばかりを襲う船だと聞いていたが。
そう、そこが妙なところなんです。第一、ビンクルム号の航路にこのブラン海域は含まれていません。
そういえばバイス海賊団はブラン海域に出没するというお話でしたよね。
ああ、パーティーの頃は霧が出ていなかったことを考えると外で襲われたということになる。
Oh? That's true. That is weird.
普段とは違う海域に現れ、しかも商船でもないビンクルム号が襲われたということですね。
ああ、それとこれは計画的な襲撃であった可能性が高い。
それはどういう意味ですか？
Nicole turns to me. After a moment, he speaks slowly and awkwardly.
技術師のロジーを覚えているか？彼が海賊側と内通していた。
あいつが？
ああ、本人の口からもはっきり聞いた。俺たちを閉じ込めた手際も慣れたものだったし、脅されているというわけでもなさそうだ。
なるほど。先ほど扉の向こうに彼の姿が見えたのは気のせいではなかったということですか？
So Giordo noticed Rosie.
まあ内通者って話が出ていろいろ納得だな。確かに制圧にかかる時間も短かったし、俺たちを閉じ込めるのもあっという間だった。
その上乗客の地位や家柄を把握している素振りまでありましたしね。
ああ、それにここへ連れてこられるまでに見かけた海賊たちも統率がよく取れていた。
一筋縄ではいかないってとこか。
そうみたいだね。彼らの目的もよくわからないし。
I see. The situation is more dire than I realized. I racked my brains with the others.
何より妙なのはこの待遇です。知人同士を引き離しはしませんでしたし、部屋も居心地を考慮されています。
確かにそうだな。荷物は没収されると思っていたが、こうして部屋に運び込まれていたしな。
That really is odd. I checked earlier and they didn't so much as rifle through my things, not very pirate-like. I think of pirates as bloodthirsty killers on the prowl for gold and loot, scary stuff, but these guys are nothing like that.
目的は不明。そして行き先もわからないと。
Where are we going and why are they taking us there? Just then, a groaning creak fills our ears and a jolt runs through the ship. Did they dock? The air is tight and tense. For a moment, no one says a word. I wonder. So what should our next move be? I want to do something about the tense atmosphere. Suddenly the door opens.
なーにしけた顔してんだ。飯だぞ。
It's dinner time! That's funny. Aren't you hungry? Everyone turns to the door. A delicious aroma comes wafting in from the hallway. Food! Come to think of it, I have only had biscuits all day. The moment I get a whiff of real food, I feel just how hungry I am. I've never gotten to try pirate grub before, now I wonder how it'll taste. As I fidget with anticipation, I look over at Keith, who sighs.
姉さん、なんでそんなに嬉しそうなの？
Cause she's hungry.
だって海賊が作ったご飯よ。初めて食べるんだもの。どんな味付けなのかしら。
She's got the stars in her eyes. And Nicole just laughs. That's cute.
まったくカタリナは。
お前は本当にブレないな。
Everyone gonna say something. Okay. I can feel all of my childhood's friends' exasperated stares, but that is not about to stop me from rushing to the table. At Silva's command, pirates enter and line the table with dishes. Whoa, they all look delicious, but they're also pretty ordinary. I was expecting some kind of grand pirate specialty. What the heck? Maybe it's because they're using the dinnerware from the party, but this looks like ordinary cuisine.
しかし海賊の狩猟ともあろう人がわざわざ旅衆に料理を運んでくるんですね。
おう、まあな。贅沢だろ。
そういえばロジーはどうしてるの？
あいつはまあ落ち着いたらまたお前の顔を見に来るだろう。
Settles down. Is he busy with something? He looked really down, so I hope he's okay. No, he's probably still just worked up from betraying his friends. You know, he could be like, he could actually betray his employers or whatever. He could make a turnaround, help them instead. Although it was shocking to find out he is a pirate, I am mostly just worried about him. But most of all, I'm starved. I want to hurry up and eat. I wait for everyone to get seated, then at long last, I grab a fork and knife.
じゃあいただきまーす。
So they go about Rosie. Oh, okay, well, time to eat. The first bite confirms that my nose did not deceive me. This is delicious.
おいしい。これ何かしら。変わった木の実ね。
It must be from Quid. I have never seen most of the ingredients in the dish before. My mood skyrockets as I eat away. But when I stop to look around, everyone else looks uncomfortable.
みんなどうしたの？食べないの？
They probably think it's poisoned.
いや、海賊に見られながらだと落ち着かないから。
別に俺はただの見張りだ。気にすんな。
いや、普通気にするでしょ。ヒルはいなかったのに。
できれば退出していただきたいのですが。
俺のことはただの壁くらいに思えばいいだろ
う。なんだか落ち着きませんわ。
It's gonna be really exciting when she falls in love with Selwa and all of her friends are like, what in the world are you doing?
大丈夫よみんな。料理すっごく美味しいもの。それにきちんと食べないといざっていう時に動けないわ。それもそうですわね。
The others finally grab their forks and start to eat. Just then, Sophia glances at Nicole's plate and tilts her head.
お兄様、それだけでいいんですの？
ああ、カタリナと行動中に軽く食べ物を胃に入れたからな。
I was having a drink of water, but I was totally going to say, he's going to say he's been dining with Catarina, and they're all going to like freak out now.
え、姉さん、ニコル様に何食べさせたの？
I told you.
え、驚くのそこ？
He's not bothered that we ate something, but rather what I had him eat.
カタリナ、まさかまたおかしなものを拾って食べたのか？
姉さんと違ってニコル様の胃は正常なんだよ。
いやいや、ニコル様に変なものは食べさせてないし、それに私は拾い食いなんてしないわ。
I don't eat off the floor, I pick it
あ
from
れは
trees.
木からもぎ取って食べてただけだから。
いや、それでよくお腹壊してるよね。
How rude. I only get stomach aches 2 out of 10 times.
というか、私の胃だって普通なんだから、ニコル様と違わないわ。
え？
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 ニコル、ところでお腹は大丈夫ですか？
That's funny. They're completely convinced that I fed him something weird.
いや、私は普通に。
俺たちが閉じ込められていたのはスタッフの休憩室だったからな。置いてあった備蓄の食料を食べただけだ。
なんだ、そうか。
よかった。安心したよ。
Hey, what's the shift in reaction here? I refuse to accept this injustice. How could they think I would eat right off the ground?
いや、焦っちゃったよ。お腹が減りすぎててっきり道端に落ちてるものでも食べたんじゃないかと思って。
いや、さすがの私もそれはしないわよ。だいたい船の上には実のなる木はなかったし。
You still hung up on that tree thing.
あったら食べるつもりなんだね。
Well, I can't know unless I see one.
それに私だって普段はきちんと公爵令嬢らしくしてるじゃない。
いや、それはない。
No, you don't.
まあ、そんな規格外なところがカタリナの魅力とも言えますけれどね。
Wait, what? Why?
姉さん、普通の令嬢は屋敷にも学園にも畑は作らないんだよ。
Dried-field coffee is my hobby, though. As I move to protest this outrage, I suddenly hear someone snort.
聞いた話じゃ木にも登る令嬢ってことだったが、この感じを見るにそれもどうやら本当のことらしいな。
It would spread rumors about that, though. I'm still convinced that it's the first prince. What? Even pirates have heard of me? Maybe rumors have been running in other circles of kidnapped nobles, and he heard when he was taking hostages. If Mother finds out, she'll end me. I grow paler by the minute. Keith, Giordo, and Nicole frown at Silva.
聞いた話。
Uh-oh.
どこでその話を？
海賊が耳にするような話ではないと思うが。
I know, right?
前々から計画してたからな。そこで小耳に挟んだんだよ。事前に乗客リストを手に入れて下調べするのは当然だろう。
Is this topic so well known? I think it's Rosie. I think Rosie knows her. I remember it in like the first route, someone knows her. Or it felt like Rosie knew her. Because he saw her, he's like, that can't be, or is that? And he was looking at her.
僕と姉さんの参加は家の事情で急遽決まったことだったはずだけど。
Wait, he's right. How did they research us?
だから並外れて優秀な海賊なんだよ、俺たちは。
He's a way better liar than Rosie is. Good pirates. What makes a good pirate anyway? The only thing that comes to mind is making money by doing bad things. But I have yet to see them actually steal anything. It hardly inspires confidence in their piracy capabilities.
身代金要求すんのに人質の情報は正確に掴んでなくちゃ話にならねえだろ。
So that's it. Ransom. That's just what he wants you to think. If they want ransom, it's natural they would research the passengers' families. Still, I'm not too happy they discovered I climbed trees in the process. I doubt they thoroughly look into our families to figure out how to get the most money out of us. But tree climbing, I didn't think I would be such a hot topic. Maybe they were considering it generally, since they were worried we might use that to escape? But we're on the high seas, no trees to climb out here. I want to ponder the topic more, but I can't fight off my appetite any longer. So I return to enjoy my pirate dinner. After the meal, Seven and his men depart. We glance at one another and then get down to strategizing.
それでさっきの話についてだが、どう思う？
彼の話では身代金を請求するということでしたが。
なんだかうさんくさいですわね。本心を言っているようには見えませんでしたわ。
何よりやり方が手ぬるいですわ。
手ぬるい？
こういう場合、麻薬漬けにでもして裏ルートで売りさばいてしまった方がよっぽど稼げますし、何より海賊たちにとって安全です。私たちの口を封じるという意味でも、そちらのやり方の方が合理的ですわ。
Wow, Sophia says something terrifying so casually. I guess this is the result of reading so many romance novels. It seems she has been diving into darker stories these days. She has an incredible imagination when it comes to these unlikely situations.
確かにソフィアの言う通りだな。身代金を要求するとなると足がつく可能性が高い。ただ金を稼ぐためならば売る方が早いだろうな。
では先ほどの発言は僕たちを欺くためで、実際は人身売買するつもりかもしれませんね。
I wonder if that's the case. Something just doesn't fit. First and foremost, Rosie's reaction. I think you are a friend to him.
カタリナ、ごめんね。
Because I don't think a pirate would be this sorry and attached to you just after talking with you for a couple days. He knows you. When Rosie trapped us in that room, and even before that when he guided us, he looked tormented. I met Rosie on this ship. I have only known him for a short while, but it is still hard to imagine he is a bad person.
なんとなくロジーはそういうことしそうにない人に見えるんだけど、何かやむにやまれない理由があるんじゃないかしら。
ですが本人も海賊の仲間だと肯定したのでしょ？
It could have been a lie too.
それはまあそうだけど、好きでやってるようには見えなかったし。
カタリナが騙されてるんじゃないのか？
そうだよ。姉さんはお人よしなところがあるし、あまり簡単に人を信用しちゃダメだよ。
He could have just said he was a pirate because that was easier than saying that he actually knew you. Just say you're working with the pirates.
俺はカタリナほどロジーと接点があったわけではないから詳しくはわからないが、彼と遭遇した時特に慌てる素振りも見せずとっさに俺たちを休憩室に誘導して閉じ込める起点が効いたことは気になる。あれを見る限り対処能力が高く、それなりに嘘をつくことにも慣れている人物だと思う。
Even though he's a terrible liar, because he just stutters and he looks away and he scratches his head. I've got no rebuttal for that. That would mean Rosie intended to deceive me from the very beginning. The thought is pretty disheartening.
ただ、カタリナの言う通り、ロジーの言葉や態度の端々に罪悪感のようなものは伺えた。だから俺はカタリナが信じたいというのならそれを支持したい。
Aw, that's sweet of him.
ニコル様。
Aw. Thank you. I am moved to hear Nicole support me.
ありがとうございます、ニコル様。
いや、俺は感じたままを言っただけだ。
Having Nicole back me up, it makes me feel at ease. It's not just me. Rosie really did seem to be feeling bad. I want to trust Rosie. I feel awful to think he would do such horrible things.
まあ、ニコルもそう感じたのならそうかもしれませんね。
Yay, everyone gets on board.
そうだな。ニコルが言うならまあ、そう考えてもいいのかもな。
I think it's funny though. They're like, Catarina, I think you're being misjudged. And then Nicole's like, I believe her. And everyone's like, okay, I believe her too. Hey, what's up this change in attitude? See, I told you, even she realizes. First the eating off the floor accusation, and now this. It really is frustrating that they don't trust me, but I'm sure I'm right. I must be. Rosie has his reasons. I am just happy everyone accepted it.
じゃあ、ロジーとお話できないかしら。
Solo said he'll come around when he's ready.
それは難しいのではないかと思う。もし本当にカタリナに対して罪悪感を抱いているとすれば、あちらも合わせる顔がないだろう。
Oh, that's right. He avoided eye contact with me when he walked us here.
しかし、あのシルバに交渉次第で伝言なり手紙なりを預けることは可能では。
それだわ。
I bet he would read a letter. That sounds better than slumping around like this. I'm worried about the pirate's motives and so many other things, but most of all, I want to know how Rosie is feeling. If he is suffering, if he is feeling guilty, I want him to know I still consider him a friend. With my mind made up, I decide to get to work. I stand up to find a pen and paper. That's cute. Oh?
ここはあと違った。じゃあ次は。
Catarina rifles through the drawers with purpose, looking for pen and paper. Watching her work so hard, I cannot help but smile.
カタリナらしいな。
Catarina's beauty stems from her ability to raise after being knocked down, and her unwavering faith in others. Rosie doubtlessly knows this too. That is why he looked so pained to have betrayed her trust.
カタリナの言葉に心が動けばいいが。
I do not believe it will be enough to get him to betray the pirates, but he may at least find ways to assist us. More than anything, we lack information. If Rosie learns how Catarina is feeling and comes to visit, he would be a vital chance.
とはいえ、どこまで信じていいかわからないけれどな。
Just look at his body language. You guys knew he was lying the first time. Considering what we know, it would be logical to assume he is deceiving us. I can understand the other's point of view as well. They are not as quick to trust him as Catarina is. In truth, I think it would be better for me to side with them too. Aw. Because of the possibility that he may betray and hurt Catarina once more. Yeah, being defensive of her.
だが俺はカタリナがロジーを信じたいと思うならその気持ちを守りたい。
He's such a noble friend. It's so cute. Be surrounded by people who do not understand you. It is vexing to be judged by their assumptions. I know it more than anyone, and it was none other than Catarina who saved me from that darkness. Oh, that's why he wants to trust her so much. The one I cherish, Catarina Clays.
俺にこの思いを告げることは許されない。ならばせめて
At the very least, I will protect her feelings. That is what runs through my mind. That's so sweet. Can't wait till he tells her. She's thinking really hard. As soon as I found a pen and paper, I sat alone staring at the blank page. What should I write? Rosie, you're my friend? No, that makes it obvious I'm trying to get information from him. Of course I believe Rosie, but how about I need to talk to you? No, that could be taken as a threat too. Like, meet me in the back alley. Besides, someone will probably read this letter too. I can't say anything suspicious. I racked my brain and let out a groan. I guess this is too much for me. Gradually my eyelids grow heavy. I mean, she had a lot to say when she was defending him. Before I knew it, I fell asleep on the desk. She's going to get more information. Light pink walls and a black table. Suddenly I'm in Atsu's room. Oh, we've reread this a couple of times in two of the routes. I see a game controller in my hand. It seems like I'm Atsu in this dream. Hey, it's just like my dream in the courtyard. But it's so inconvenient not being able to move. I want to chat with Atsu. Unfortunately, I'm inside Atsu's body. She's in control and there's nothing I can do. At least I can watch her play. I turn my attention to the TV and see what it looks like in a Tomy game. Nice, an Atomic game. It's been way too long. I thought she's already, maybe she hasn't seen, yeah, she hasn't seen Catarina's sighting with the pirates. Hey, this background looks familiar. There's the sound of seagulls, the background of a luxurious deck, and behind the dialog box, the sprite of a hooded woman. The character's name is question mark. Maybe it's a new character. Just as this races through my mind.
あなただけ幸せになれると思ったら大間違いよマリア
This voice, it can't be. The villainess of fortune lover Catarina Clays? This voice is almost too familiar. It's me, but also not. Catarina Clays is the main antagonist in the Tomy game Fortune Lover. Catarina meets her doom in the original game, yet here she is on the TV. What is going on here? Why is Catarina on the vinculum laughing menacingly? What's this game, Atsu? I want to reach out and grab her, but Atsu's line of sight is pointed at the table. She grabs a snack from the table, and next to it is the game case and a magazine. The portraits on the case are familiar. It's Giordo and all of the other romanceable characters in Fortune Lover. I don't remember seeing this illustration, but the logo does say Fortune Lover. Wait. It says Fortune Lover Blue Tail. What's with the subtitle?
早くイケメン海賊出てこないかな。パッケージにはいないけど雑誌には載ってたし、絶対隠し攻略キャラだと思うんだよね。
Atsu flips through the magazine to reveal the long-awaited fandisk of Fortune Lover. The magazine headlines that a fandisk for the Atomic game Fortune Lover has been released. Huh? Are fandisks usually games just after stories following the events of the main game? Why is it on the vinculum? I look at the article and see the pull quote, torn from the arms of your lover by a pirate. It seems like the fandisk Blue Tail takes on the theme of blue with two types of bonus stories. First is a series of marriages after stories with the theme of something blue. The second is a new incident on the high seas. Pirates in the Vinculum appear in this fandisk, so the ominous hook line marks a new chapter of the fortune lover story. Why even bother with a new chapter? Just stick to the super sweet after stories.
続編の代わりにファンディスクが出るってここには書いてあるけど、続編はどんな構造だったんだろう。
Wait, no, never mind the sequel or the fandisk. What's going on in this scene? Why is Catarina here? I thought she was exiled. Or is this story based off if she was never doomed? This new info sends me into a panic, but Atsu, by contrast, calmly turns the page. There I see another familiar face. This is Silva, the pirate? There's an entire page introducing Silva. This Silva, with an evil grin, looks more cynical than the real one.
それにしてもいくら反響が大きかったからってまさか本当にファンブックに載せたネタをベースにファンディスクで新しい話を作っちゃうとはね。ファン思いって言ったらいいのか、単にスタッフがやりたかっただけなのか。ま、中身が面白ければそれでいいけどね。
Huh? Wait, what was that? Oh. Suddenly my vision blurs, my ears fill with a clamoring ringing, and the screen flashes. My consciousness is absorbed by the game Atsu is playing. In the game, Catarina begins to speak.
全部私のものだったのに。
This is definitely different than the last two routes. Catarina's glare is full of fire as she takes another step towards the screen.
あなたみたいな女に奪われるなんて耐えられない。取り返してやる。私を裏切ったあなたなんて許さない。
Oh. I bet you that other voice is that strange woman she found. I shoot awake, bolting up from sleeping on the desk. Huh? What am I? Looking down, I find the letter I was in the middle of writing to Rosie. Apparently, I passed out before I finished it. I don't think you even started. And what was that dream? Huh? The ending was pretty scary. I didn't know that the endgame Catarina held that huge of a grudge towards Maria. I don't think she was talking to Maria. I think she was talking to you. And that's right, Atsu mentioned the Fortune Lover fandisk. As I've started relaxing, thinking the game was finally over, the fandisk has appeared. This is completely new territory. Didn't she say the story for the fandisk was based on content that was in the fanbook? Fanbook content, pirates. When I think of those together, I can only come to one conclusion. Catarina's originally cut to doom end.
海賊の襲撃にあって船が沈むか。ちょっと見てみたかったな。でもこんなに設定が練られてるのにお蔵入りなんて当時はもったいないって思っただろうな。
Wait, does that mean they created a whole new game based singularly off the villainous Catarina's cut doom end? That is horrible. I mean, this is a fandisk. Was there really that much demand for the expanded doom end? Poor Maria has to be sucked into all sorts of new dangers just for that. Well, I suppose it's nice that her romances will continue. No, this isn't nice at all. The fandisk, it seems to be about how Maria is attacked by pirates on the Vinculum. If that's true, this is really bad. Our current situation matches that exactly, which may mean the fandisk has begun. In other words, new potential doom flags for me, because Catarina has returned as a villainess once more. Also, that Catarina seems a little different from the one I remember. Something is off. Maybe the production staff was different. Regardless, the fandisk has begun. I need to organize my information. No, it's because Catarina's voice was mixed in with that weird strange woman who's been like invading your dream. Thus, I, Catarina Clays, begins the strategy meeting in order to avoid my doom end. I love how she says that. It's so funny.
それでは作戦会議を始めます。まずは情報を整理しましょう。今分かっているファンディスクの登場人物は
マリアとカタリナ、そしてシルバです。新編を含むファンディスクでは攻略キャラが増えるのが通説です。となるとシルバは新攻略キャラかもしれません。
そういえば夢でもあっちゃんが海賊のシルバは隠しキャラだろうって言っていました。
乙女ゲームをたくさんやっているあっちゃんの勘は信用できます。つまりシルバは攻略キャラなのでしょう。
雑誌でも贅沢に1ページ丸々使って紹介されてたしね。
ええ、ただのサブキャラだったらよくて半ページ、立ち絵が載っていればいい方です。無印の時にも隠し攻略キャラはいましたし、ファンディスクにもいる可能性は高い。シルバは攻略キャラと考えていいでしょう。
Sorry, but if it's a hidden character, it wouldn't be plastered all over the magazine. The hidden character is Rosie.
あとは他の攻略キャラの可能性ですが、このビンクルム号で出会ったハイスペックなイケメンを思い出せば見つかりそうですね。
ロジーとあとフレデリクって人もパーティーで大人気だったわ。あとライルもイケメンだったけど。
Rao's married.
ライルは既婚者でしたからこの場合除外しても問題なさそうです。
じゃあロジーとフレデリクとシルバが追加キャラかな。でもファンディスク内の新編だけでそんなに新キャラ出してくるかし
ら。確かに1人か2人の可能性が高そうですね。しかしファンディスクの内容がわからない以上明確には分かりません。夢で見た情報を整理しましょう。ファンディスクアナザーストーリーでのキャッチコピーは恋人の中を引き裂くのは海賊でしたね。つまり恋愛エンド前提の話だと思われます。しかし実際卒業パーティーでマリアは誰ともくっつかず友情エンドになっています。
じゃあやっぱりただの夢なんだよ。破滅フラグも回避したし大丈夫大丈夫。
しかし船、海賊、主人公マリア、攻略対象、ライバル令嬢カタリナ、すべての符号は揃っています。
I like how they said the attractive men.
ということはやっぱりファンディスクが始まってしまったのかしら。そんなの急に困るわよ。本編と違って内容がほとんどわからないし。分かっている内容は海賊が出てくることとカタリナがまたマリアを貶めようとしているということだけですね。しかも新編のカタリナやけに怖かったわ。どうしてあんな恨んでるの？あんなカタリナ絶対破滅するに決まってるわ。きっと新編でマリアとラブラブになった攻略キャラに殺されるのよ。でも今はジオルドともキースとも仲がいいし大丈夫じゃないかな。
I'm gonna go ahead and save it. Because that was all the trigger I needed to save because now they're going to come up to a vote really soon.
しかし新キャラに殺されるという可能性はあります。
せっかく破滅フラグを回避したのにどこまでカタリナを破滅させたいのよ制作スタッフは。
静粛に。それより破滅フラグの回避方法です。皆さんこれをファンディスクだと仮定した場合どのような行動を取るべきだと思いますか？
カタリナが怖そうな雰囲気だったしああならないよ好き放題いっぱいご飯食べるのがいいんじゃないかし それは明暗だわ。なるべくストレスためないようにしてたくさん食べてのんびり楽しく過ごしましょう。そんなことをしてたら破滅しちゃうわ。まずどんな時に破滅するか考えるべきよ。
夢のカタリナは奪われるなんてと言ってました。つまりカタリナがライバルキャラとして出てくるのは前作同様ジオルドかキースルートではないでしょうか。
ニコルルートはソフィア、アランルートはメアリがライバルキャラだものね。じゃあまたジオルドとキースの恋を応援すれば問題ないわね。
ではここは
And it's going to be vote to support Giorno and
ではジオルドとキースの恋の行方を応援するということでいいですかな。いいです。
Alright, everything is set. I gather my thoughts, wipe the sweat from my brow, and take a deep breath. Ah, I was in the middle of writing my letter. Because I fell asleep on the desk, my half-written letter is smeared in ink. It looks a little gross, so I crumpled it up. I need to hurry and finish writing to Rosie. But just as I am about to start a new letter, someone calls my name.
カタリナ様。ソフィア、ごめんね、起こしちゃったかしら。
I look around and see the others are still asleep. It must be pretty early. I feel terrible, but Sophia shakes her head.
いえ、それは大丈夫ですけれど。まさかずっと起きていらっしゃったのですか？
Yeah, all of like 10 minutes.
ああ、いや、大丈夫よ。ちゃんと寝たわ。
Not on the bed, though. I slept at her desk.
それよりカタリナ様、そのお顔にインクがついていらっしゃるようなのですが。
She's got ink on her face.
嘘。
Oh no, I need to wash it off. It's because I fell asleep while writing. Gosh, I let my guard down. I need to get the ink off before the others see. I hurry from the room to wash my face.
カタリナ
Let's have some alone time with Nicole.
ニコル様、もう起きていたんですね。
なあ、目が覚めてしまってな。ところで、顔についているそれは
That's cute. Is he gonna wipe it off? Nicole gets a mystified look when he sees my face. Caught ink-faced.
実はロジーへの手紙を書いているうちに寝てしまって、突っ伏していた時にインクがついてしまったみたいなんです。
そうだったのか。
Nicole touches my cheek worriedly. Yep, he wipes it off.
随分と苦労したようだな。
His expression is somber as he softly traces my cheek. I have no doubt he is worried, but he's so close. His devilish aura, so close after just waking up, is too powerful. But thanks to my years of experience, I managed to stay strong. However...
だが、あまり無理はしないでほしい。カタリナが倒れては元も子もないだろう。
He's so cute and thoughtful. His sad smile amplifies that devilish charm. There's sparkles on the screen. That sad smile amplifies that devilish charm, and it proves to be too much. My defenses are decimated.
カタリナ
There's sparkles.
魔性の伯爵。魔性の伯爵が。
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna watch the memory scenario. I was worried this was gonna take too long, but it's already here, so. Which is the last thing in the chapter. Devilish
お兄
looks.
様、そろそろカタリナ様がいらっしゃる頃ですわ。
Is he gonna learn what this devilish is referring to for once? A few months passed since Catarina and Sophia became friends. I accompanied Sophia on visits to the Clay's estate many times. We also invited her into our home, gradually strengthening our friendship. That day she was visiting us again, hence why Sophia remained restless since morning. The girls would be discussing the book they read recently, and she was looking forward to it. It made me smile to see my sister so excited for a friend's visit, especially considering how she used to lock herself away in her room. I was also waiting Catarina's arrival. I went with Sophia to greet her at the door.
ソフィア、それにニコル様も本日もお招きいただきありがとうございます。
Catarina was her usual bright and energetic self. However, unlike previous visits, she was alone. Keith had not come. It seemed he had some prior engagement and was unable to accompany her. I led Catarina to our library like usual, and the girls immediately began to discuss the contents of their book.
本当によく笑うようになったな。
I never knew Sophia could be so talkative until she met Catarina. I naturally smiled watching the two of them. Catarina then gasped and looked troubled.
ニコル様、すみません、お一人にしてしまって。そうですよね。いつもはキースとお話しされてますけれど、今日はキースがいないですもんね。
It seemed like because I was standing by myself, she felt guilty.
俺としては今のままでも何も問題はないのだが。
He's just happy to see you guys happy. I enjoyed chatting with Keith, but I was equally as happy to watch my dear sister converse with a friend.
俺のことは気にしなくていい。二人はこれまで通り過ごしていてくれ。
But instead, Catarina froze in response.
どうしたんだ？
I didn't know what was wrong, but seeing Catarina blush was adorable. I wondered what was going through her head. I stared back at her, and a few seconds later she snapped out of her daze.
すみません。少しお花摘みに失礼します。
Still blushing, Catarina leapt from the couch and dashed out of the room. I was slightly shocked and confused at what happened, but Sophia merely sighed.
お兄様ったらあれではカタリナ様が固まってしまっても仕方ありませんわ。
ソフィア、俺は何かカタリナの気に障るようなことを言ってしまっただろうか。
I was not very knowledgeable about women's feelings, so I worriedly asked Sophia. She sighed once more.
いいえ、そんなことはありませんわ。ただ、お兄様の笑顔は少々刺激が強すぎるのです。
刺激？
I had not realized I was smiling until Sophia pointed it out. It was true that watching the two made me happy. Perhaps I allowed those feelings to show on my face.
そうか。笑っていたからカタリナが驚いていたのか。
It caught me by surprise too.
ジオルドにもあまり笑わないと言われるし、珍しいから驚いたのかもしれないな。
Still, I was at a loss as to what Sophia meant by too powerful.
今のお兄様の笑顔、他のご令嬢が見ていたらあまりの刺激に倒れていたかもしれませんわ。
ソフィア、刺激が強いとはどういう意味なんだ？
お兄様、よくお茶会などで目が合うと頬をあからめるご令嬢などを見ませんか？
ああ、そういえば見かける気がするが。
そういうご令嬢がたくさんいる中でお兄様が微笑まれたら大変なことになるという意味ですわ。
Wow, creating a panic is a pretty big thing.
まあお兄様がそのようなお顔をするのはカタリナ様の前だけですし、心配はないのかもしれませんけれど。
I still didn't comprehend what Sophia was implying, but I understood that Catarina was surprised to see me smile.
しかし、あまりの刺激に倒れるというのはさすがに大げさだと思うが。
Knowing my sister, it was likely a hyperbole. She does read many novels after all. It is true that women had called me attractive before, but I myself had little understanding of why.
俺は意図して笑ったりできないし、愛想のいいジオルドのような人が言われるのならわかるんだが。
Aw, he doesn't think he's charming. I was convinced that Catarina merely reacted out of surprise and nothing else. If anything, I would have said it was Catarina's straightforwardness that was powerful and charming. something unique for her.
いやー、すみませんでした。お茶を飲みすぎてしまって。
Catarina returned from the restroom looking like her regular self. It really was just Sophia's misunderstanding.
おかえり、カタリナ。
When I turned to Catarina, she paused awkwardly for a few moments. I noticed Sophia's gaze and followed it to the window. In my reflection, I saw my smile. I suppose I was doing it subconsciously again.
やっぱりお兄様の笑顔は刺激が強すぎるんですわ。
そうなのだろうか。
It still seemed improbable to me, but seeing Catarina freeze up again was its own sort of proof. Perhaps I was overthinking it. It could have all been Sophia's imagination. I could have left it at that and continued the day. But every time I watched them, I smiled. Whenever our eyes met, Catarina froze. Sophia always just rolled her eyes at me. That was cute. She's like, stop charming my friend. And now she's mumbling aloud. Your smile is too powerful.
カタリナ、そろそろジオルドたちも起きてくる頃だから、早く顔を洗ってきた方がいい。
I snapped back to reality. That's right, I was going to wash my face. If Heath sees me like this, I'm going to get the sigh. The sigh. That's funny.
そうですね。急いで顔を洗ってきます。
She used that as an excuse to escape.
魔性のか。
Oh, I hope he doesn't think it's a bad thing. He's probably going to ask her about it one day. He's like, am I really so much double? She's gonna be like, no, it's just this really hot guy in a book. At the time everyone wakes up, my face is completely washed and I am finally able to finish writing Rosie's letter. Alrighty, that should do it. I wrote everything I wanted to ask and everything I wanted to say.
手紙を書き終わったのか？
はい、無事になんとかなりました。あ、よければ見てもらえますか？
俺が読んでもいいのか？
はい、もちろんです。
I mean, Nicole is entering the workforce now that he's graduated. As the Ashcart family heir, I have no doubt in his abilities. I am certain he will point out everything I need to fix or have suggestions to improve it. He's actually reading it.
カタリナらしいいい手紙だと思う。これなら問題ないし、届けてもらえるのではないかと思う。
本当ですか？よかった。
カタリナの書いた手紙ですか。それは僕も気になりますね。
Oh, intrigued. I'm like, why is he shocked? But no, he said intrigued. Usually the phrase is color be surprised.
私も読みたいですわ、カタリナ様。
What? Everyone is going to check it? This is rather embarrassing. I bet they will find all sorts of spelling errors. They just want to know what you say.
飯持ってきたぞ。
Aw, no yo. Perfect timing. Silva walks in with our meal at the perfect moment. Before the others can read it, I take the letter back from Nicole and hand it to Silva.
シルバー、お願いがあるんだけれど、これロジーに渡してもらえる？
なんだこれ？手紙か？
Silva places the tray on the table and takes the letter to check it. He grins meaningfully.
いいぜ。届けてやる。
いいの？
Why does he sound so pleased? I hadn't expected Silva to comply so easily, so I blurt out my surprise. In response, Silva grins becomes a bit darker.
なんだその反応は。別に届けなくてもいいなら、ここに置いてくが。
I feel like he's teasing her.
すみません、失礼しました。お願いします。届けてください。
Oh my gosh. She got really timid and polite there.
最初からそう言えばいいんだよ。
Wow, that's dirty. He acts all scary like to make her say pretty please. He grabs the letter, flourishes it through the air, and puts it in his inner coat pocket. I sigh in relief. It seems like he will deliver it safely.
ありがとう。ロジーによろしくね。
なるほど。こりゃあいつもやられるわけだ。
No wonder why he has it bad. There's something we don't know. Huh?
しかし、ただ届けてやるってのもなんだか尺だな。だったら、
And what does he have in mind?
ああ、代わりの対価をお前からもらうとするか。
I don't have any money though. I rifle through my pockets searching, but someone reaches his hand out to me. Oh. Oh. Nicole is like, He is like, no way, don't touch her. Nicole stands in front of me, blocking Silva's hand. As Nicole stands between us, he glares.
この場には彼女の婚約者がいる。
Oh. He announces that her fiance is present. That's so noble of him. It just makes me want to cry. I feel so... I'm rooting for you, Nicole.
知ってるぜ。そこの王子様だろ。
The prince over there, yeah. He's like, I see right through you, just like every other route.
そこまで把握していてその言動か。心底軽蔑する。
He's very proper. He's like, don't you dare touch a engaged woman.
なら、その婚約者より早く動いたお前は何なんだろうな。
Totally called him out.
それは関係ないだろう。
What do you mean that has nothing to do with it? Everyone still has feelings for her. She just hasn't reciprocated any of them. So you haven't beat anyone to the punch yet.
そうだな。確かに関係ねえか。
Huh? This tension. Was he not referring to Bunny? The atmosphere has gotten a lot heavier. The tension is almost suffocating. Giorgio and Mary are glaring daggers at Silva. Even Nicole looks angry.
にしても、普段澄ました顔してるお前みたいなやつでも、そんな表情できんだな。
Didn't expect it from a kudere like you.
いいね。嫌いじゃねえよ。そういう目もな。
He says that so menacingly. I don't dislike those eyes at all. He likes the challenge. Strike fear into them. Nicole's shoulder twitches. He raises his hand as if he's about to cast wind magic, but Silva claps his hands together.
そうさっき立つなって。面白いもんが見られたし、今回は奉仕してやるよ。ちゃんと届けてやるから安心しろ。じゃあな、カタリナ。
With a wave, Silva departs.
やっと行きましたわね。
さすがに焦りましたわ。
カタリナ様、大丈夫ですか？
Why would she not be okay? She didn't get touched.
ええ。
Nothing happened. The tension dissipates. I can finally relax. I am not really sure what happened, but Nicole was super intense just now. It almost felt like he was ready to fight.
それにしても対価ってどういうことだったのかしら。
I wanted a kiss.
それは当然。いかがわしくて公序良俗に反することに違いありませんわ。海賊ですもの。
Something inappropriate.
え、そっち？
I never considered that. If not money, I thought he would want treasure for sure. But really, I don't think he'd go for that. This isn't a romance novel. No, it's just a romance game. And again, neither Keith or Mary are denying it, so maybe she isn't far off. I see. So it really was that, huh? I have to thank Nicole for protecting me.
ニコル様、ありが。
ジオルド、出過ぎた真似をしてしまいすまない。
Aww, he's apologizing to his friend for protecting his fiancée.
いえ、今のは仕方がありませんよ。立ち位置的に僕の方が遠かったのですから。
He's like, I'm sorry for taking your place.
僕の婚約者を守ってくださってありがとうございます、ニコル。
He says it with such a pained expression. He's like, I know you like her. Aw, he's so sad.
ジオルド、お前な。
I know, he's like, give him a break.
事実といえば事実ですが、なんだか無性に腹が立つ言い方ですわね。
Oh my goodness.
メアリ様に全面的に同意しますわ。お兄様、とても素敵でしたのに。
でも本当に何もなくてよかったよ。姉さんもあのシルバって海賊には気を許しちゃダメだからね。
ええ、みんなありがとう。
He's still tormented. The expression is the same as ever, but somehow he seems a little down.
婚約者よりも早く。
Aw. He wants to protect you, but he feels guilty protecting you.
ならその婚約者より早く動いたお前は何なんだろうな。
The moment he spoke, I realized the implication of my actions. I had moved purely on instinct. It shook me. My only thought was to protect her, but just as Giorda suggested, that should have been his job as Catarina's fiancé. If I had better awareness, I would have noticed that Giorda was also about to cut in. Giorda truly cares for Catarina. I had no doubt he would have shielded her.
僕の婚約者を守ってくださってありがとうございます、ニコル。
Sophia and the others may not have liked his reaction, but I understand the sentiment well. Catarina has a legitimate fiancé, Giordo.
それなのに気がつけば体が動いていた。
Really, what am I doing? Did I not decide to step away as soon as I graduated? I told myself I was going to lock away those feelings I hold for Catarina.
ダメだな、俺は。
To think that all this would result from spending a single night with her, my self-control has weakened considerably. I told myself that it was an emergency, convinced myself that there was no other choice.
だから婚約者であるジオルドよりも先に動いてしまった。
She is my friend's fiancé, and I am an Earl's Duke. My marriage must be used to service the family lineage.
だから俺のこの気持ちは許されないものだ。
I have no intention of revealing my feelings to her. I am not allowed to do so. That is why I must lock it all away. Our time together on this ship will probably be the last. After this, I will no longer have to make excuses.
もうカタリナに近づいてはダメだ。
No.
これ以上近寄ればきっといつか露見してしまう。俺自身自分を抑えられなくなる。カタリナと必要以上に話してはダメだ。もう許されないんだ。
Oh, this is turning into a Romeo and Juliet.
美味しかった。
The meal Silver brought us is finished. Once more, we gather to plan our next step. I made sure to sit Maria with Gerardo and Keith to give them a chance to progress their romances, not wanting to get in the way. Don't worry, I won't get in the way, I told them. In response, they both stared blankly into the distance. I wonder why. But everything was nice and peaceful during the meal, so I think it all worked out. If I make sure everyone knows I won't get in the way of their romances, I should be able to avoid all the doom flags. Everything is going well, so I offer my stomach a congratulatory pat. Oh my goodness. But while my thoughts are on the matter, the others continue to discuss intensely.
初日のパーティーでご挨拶した皆様のお名前をこちらに書き出しておきましたわ。
さすがは社交界の花。助かります。
なるほどな。これだけの貴族が行方不明になれば国としては大打撃だな。
ええ、国力の低下は免れません。何としても全員無事に国に帰さなければ。
そうだな。海賊の目的はわからないが、早めに動いた方が良さそうだ。
They're all talking about complicated stuff. You know, I just realized it's like an hour and a half into the recording and I don't have a CG yet. Where is my CG? What if like Keith, Alan, and Nicole both don't have one? That's kind of annoying. Everyone is so smart. There is no way I can keep up with their conversations. I definitely cannot put names to the faces of nobles I only met once. Unfortunately, I have nothing to add to the conversation. I sure am sleepy. I guess I have a CG of them as children, so I can do one of those, because he did reminisce about his childhood a lot. Maybe because I fell asleep on the desk, or perhaps due to the confusing conversation, I began to feel very tired. Plus, I'm really full. So sleepy. But everyone is talking about important things. I try my best to keep my eyes open, but my head is starting to bob. I know, during like really boring stuff, I just fall asleep too.
姉さん、眠いの？
大丈夫ですか、カタリナ。
Of course, Nicole is not going to get the chance to go put her to bed because her fiance's there.
眠いなら寝てきたらどうだ。
でもみんな話し合ってるのに抜けるわけには。
Okay, they're not gonna let you do anything anyway. You just shield all the ladies, so just let the men have their discussion.
大丈夫です、カタリナ様。カタリナ様がお休みになられている間にきちんとまとめておきますので。はい。
そうですわ。疲れていてはお体に悪いですもの。どうぞゆっくりお休みください。
いやいや、でも。
I cannot just leave everything to the others and pass out. The guilt would be too much. I understand that, but as I continue to listen to everyone talking, my eyelids get heavier. Before I know it, I am fast asleep. Oh, another haunting dream. I open my eyes and I am in Atsu's room. Yes, it's the dream again. I wonder if I can get any information on the fandisk. I look around for the game and magazine, but that is when I realize something is strange about the room. The TV is off, there is no game, no magazine, no Atsu. Huh? What is going on? I thought this was a fandisk dream. I look behind me. I gulp. It's my own self. What's going on? Is Catarina in Atsu's room? I wonder if this is like the strange woman interfering in her dreams, or if it's like the feelings that is suppressed deep within her that she never shows anyone else type of thing. The Catarina before me looks empty, eyes cast down, her expression is incomprehensible, as though she were a ghost.
私を捨てるのね。あの女のために。
I'm not sure what she means. Huh? She talked. She could be referring to Giordo leaving her for Maria. Or something completely off. Oh. If she knows Rosie, maybe she's talking about Rosie. Rather, why is she telling me this? I'm not a heroine, but the same villainess Catarina. As I mull over it, the Catarina before me looks up with villainous eyes. She glares, and her eyes are copper as well. Wait, this Catarina looks different. Oh, her eyes. The color is different. My eyes aren't like that. It's called Amber. That's what I meant. Amber. This Catarina with different eyes continues staring at me.
許さないわ。絶対に。
This Catarina looks more intimidating than the one in the Atomi game, and she is reaching toward me. Her fingers flicker eerily. Her skin is chillingly white, almost lifeless, like a ghost. Ah! A chill runs down my spine, and I try to take a step back, but I am frozen in place by those piercing amber eyes. I'm scared. My voice is trapped in my parched throat. Cold sweat makes my clothes stick to my skin. A thin white finger reaches for my throat. Oh my goodness. If I let this hand grab me, it will be the end. I will never escape its grasp. Whoa. I gasp awake as someone shakes my shoulders. Sophia peers at me, worrying her eyes.
カタリナ様、大丈夫ですか?
Sophia tenderly dabs my forehead with her handkerchief. I realize then that I am utterly drenched in sweat.
随分とうなされていましたが、悪い夢でも見たんですか?
A dream? Oh, it was just a dream. Even as I was in it, I knew that. Still, I am relieved to be awake.
いや、変な夢を見ちゃって。でも夢だから大丈夫よ。ならいいんですが、無理なさらないでくださいね、カタリナ様。
そうだよ。顔色も悪いし、ベッドできちんと休んだら。
そうね。こんなところで寝たから変な夢を見ちゃったのかも。ベッドで休んでくるわ。
Heeding the others' advice, I retired to the bedroom, but the memories of the dream Catarina's terrified visage still haunt me. In a rare occasion, I find myself unable to sleep. Others.
カタリナ様、大丈夫でしょうか。随分と様子がおかしかったですけれど。きっとカタリナ様もショックだったんですわ。海賊に襲われただけでなく、ロジーとかいう技術師にも裏切られてしまったんですもの。
そうですね。それにしてもソフィア、ああいったことは婚約者である僕の役目だと思うのですが。
あら、いろいろな本を読みましたけれど、そんな放棄は見たことがございません。行動を起こした者勝ちだと思いますわ。
That's funny. The early bird gets the worm. But actually, no, I don't agree with you either, Giorno. It's just a bad dream. Any of her friends can comfort her.
ね、お兄様。
Right, brother?
そうだろうか。
He's like, don't bring me into this.
ええ、そうなのです。
He's like, just don't. Despite returning to a real bed, I am tossing and turning. What a strange dream. That was the first time I ever dreamed of a Catarina not in the game, and it was in Atsu's room too. That probably has nothing to do with the fandisk, right? But she had a similar aura to the one in game. Maybe Catarina's characteristics changed in the fandisk. If I were to act like Catarina, not a chance. I want to think that I can't happen by the impossible restoration of the memories of my past life. Everyone says that ever since I hit my head, my personality changed. That was when I regained my memories. But what if it happened once more? What if I hit my head again and returned to being the villainous Catarina? No, it'll be okay. That was just a dream. I'm so exhausted I'm imagining things. Or so I tell myself, laying down again, but I'm scared to go to sleep. End of chapter. That one was a little bit less eventful than the previous one, since they were in a room talking a whole lot. Or Nicole's inner turmoil, though it's real. Anyway, so we're in chapter 5 now. And I think there's going to be something good in chapter 5, so just by reading the choices. Of course, I have no context, so I have no spoilers whatsoever. But anyway, if you did enjoy, please drop a like down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.